Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Katie Richens Benson introduces herself to the courtroom and confirms her name for the record. She explains that she will address the jury directly and begins to speak about her brother, Eric Richens. Katie shares that she and Eric were only 2 years apart in age and were inseparable growing up. They shared a close bond, spending their childhood together and forming a lifelong connection that shaped their relationship into adulthood.
What was your relationship like as you grew up together?
So we did everything together. We went to school together. We worked on a ranch. So we have a family ranch that's been passed down for generations. We worked on the ranch together. We fished. We hiked. We did everything together.
How has that relationship continued into adulthood?
So my brother and I were very close. We talked constantly. We spent holidays together. We had our families together. So our kids are very close in age. We did lots of activities with our kids together. Like I said, we had them on the ranch all the time together. Talked on the phone almost daily.
What was Eric's personality like as an adult?
Eric was one of the most likable people. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So, he was one of... Sorry, I'm trying so hard. He was one of the most likable people you've ever met. So, Eric was the kind of person that loved everyone. It did not matter who you were, where you came from, where he met you. Everyone thought they were his best friend. If you talked to him, they all said, "I'm Eric's best friend," because that's the way Eric made you feel. He was upbeat. He was positive. He literally would give a stranger he met on the side of the road his jacket, anything to help anyone out. That's the kind of person he was.
What did he like to do? How did he spend his time?
So, the number one thing that Eric loved was his kids. So he would do anything for his boys. He was the best dad you would ever see. He was a phenomenal uncle. If there were kids involved...
Eric was deeply involved in his family's life, especially when it came to his children. He coached his nephew's soccer games, making sure every detail was perfect, from setting up signs to supporting the kids on the field. Beyond sports, he was committed to teaching a strong work ethic, just as their parents had taught them. On the family ranch, Eric guided his children through work and responsibilities, all while sharing his love of the outdoors and instilling values of diligence and perseverance.
He loved to play sports. Anything that revolved around his family, the outdoors, is what my brother loved.
Did he plan for his children's future?
Yes. So there's not a waking moment that my brother was not focused on his kids. So he had money set aside every single month to go into a fund so that by the time the kids got to college, they could pay for their college and hopefully have some left over for like a down payment on a house or something like that. He had every aspect planned. This is the kind of dad Eric was. So I told you we have a ranch. I love horses. My brother did too, but not quite as much as me. He liked ATVs a little bit better. So his oldest son, Carter, loved horses from the day he was born. He and I share that. So Eric tried to get Carter with me as much as possible on the horse because that's what Carter loved. I would ride the horse with my little nephew in front of me, and my brother would be to the side of me with an ATV with food, snacks, anything that Carter needed. He would have it right there so that Carter didn't have to get off the horse because he wanted Carter to be able to do whatever he wanted. And if Carter would fall asleep, which he would sometimes, Eric would take him into the side-by-side, hold him until he woke up, bring him right back up to me, put him back on the horse, and let him go the rest of the day.
Have you ever observed Eric sick or injured?
Yes. So my brother and I are very close. And so when he was an adult, he played sports all growing up. But when he was an adult, he liked to play adult softball. He did get hit a few times. He got hit by a ball, and these games would go to like midnight, 1 o'clock. He would call me at 1 o'clock in the morning if he got hit to tell me my leg hurts. I don't know if something happened, if it is broken a little bit, if it's just bruised, and I would answer.
Katie recounts that no matter the time, Eric would reach out if he needed help, even in the middle of the night. He often called her from other countries to update her on his well-being, showing a level of responsibility and communication that was consistent throughout his life. Aside from routine allergy medication and occasional Advil, Katie never saw him use prescription or illicit drugs. Eric's careful attention to his health and constant communication underscored his conscientious and thoughtful nature.
Have you ever seen Eric use prescription drugs?
No.
Have you ever seen Eric use illicit drugs?
No. Growing up, my mom was a drug and alcohol counselor. She taught us the dangers of those, and really ingrained that in us.
Were you and Eric working on any future plans when he died?
Yes. So, we were planning a trip to Disneyland that year to take our kids. He has a child. His middle child, Ashton, is extraordinary in math. We were finding programs to get Ashton enrolled in that summer for coding so that we could kind of harness that math. He was only 7 at the time, but he's just outstanding. So we had just barely gone to the zoo together. We kind of just planned our lives together. We talked all the time.
Are you familiar with the home that Eric lived in when he died?
Yes, I owned it and I sold it to my brother.
Scott, if you can bring up 1-1, please, for Your Honor, for everybody but the jury. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
Is that the home that you
Yes.
sold to Eric and he lived in?
Yes.
Is it an accurate depiction of that home?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit 1-1.
No objection.
1-1 is admitted. Bear with me. There you go.
Where, Miss Richens Benson, is that home located?
That is in Francis, Utah.
And is it, it looks like it's on a cul-de-sac. Is it on a cul-de-sac?
Correct. It's on a cul-de-sac.
When did you sell him the home?
In the latter part of 2012.
Had you been to the home regularly between then and when Eric died?
Yes.
Do you know how many homes are on that cul-de-sac today?
So on that cul-de-sac, there's 7 homes with driveways that go into that road and cul-de-sac.
And do you know how many homes and roads were on, homes and driveways were on that cul-de-sac in 2019?
Yeah, all the homes were built out by 2016.
Thanks, Scott. Scott, can you bring up 4-1? Can you scroll through it, please? Ma'am, do you recognize that document?
Yes, this is my brother's prenuptial agreement with Corey.
And how do you recognize it?
I saw it the day they signed it. So on the day of his wedding is when they both signed it, and I read through it with him on the day of his wedding.
Your Honor, state moves to admit One.
No objection.
For once admitted.
Thanks for watching. If you found this case compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What part of Eric's story stood out most to you?